Welcome to Bath. This is...
We go to Bath a lot, don't we?
We go to Bath. We like Bath. This is like sale shopping time, I would say.
Yeah, it is.
The time between Christmas and New Year is pretty much... went today and it'll be up today. So that's the ratio of time. Does that make sense?
We also go to Bath a lot because we do different sections of Bath. So when we say Bath, it's not like, oh, another Bath video. We haven't been in this shop for months.
I haven't been in the shops much. This shop is quite expensive and the condition isn't always there. I do catch it sort of on Shot Later, but they have like a massive pile of donations of clothes. They don't really have a back room.
No, they literally have it by the side of them in like bags and stuff.
And it's actually, it's just on the floor. However, let's highlight some things just so you know what we're dealing with. This is a Marks & Spencer's Ghost dress. So Marks & Spencer's collaboration with Ghost. £24 used... and abused. No, it's just used, straight used.
That's expensive, isn't it, for pre-owned?
It is expensive for pre-owned.
What would they go for? It's a collaboration with Ghost.
Well, there are a few like cult ones that go for higher prices, but I wouldn't pay 24 for the pleasure. This is a Boss Hugo Boss for 40. This is actually a very beautiful dress.
It's a very nice dress. I tried to get the bottom of the there it is. Okay. It's wool as well.
It's just a nice thing. I wouldn't pay 40, but if you want to pay 40 for like yourself, that's cool. This is Finery, £24.
Break that down for me for the people at home.
It doesn't need breaking down. Don't
pay
£24.
Don't
pay £24. We don't. Just for just reference, we don't spend a lot of money full price unless it's high end designer. So we have a very good
system
idea
in our brain.
How much high end designer is. But when it comes to retail of like high street brands, it's bizarre.
And that's not snobbery, that's just down to the fact of how we can resell it and what we can sell it for.
We've been shopping recently, obviously, because it's Christmas and some people require high street gifts, and the amount of money things are, and we're just like, what? when did this brand become this expensive?
Excuse me. But also, on top of that though, we've been doing sale shopping for ourselves and for some family members too. Yeah. And on the flip side, brand new things.
Yeah.
Are cheap.
So this is really nice. This is Alice by Alice Templey, which is a more vintage sort of diffusion of her brand. It's leather, but the side panels are cotton, but mainly leather. Like my only reserve with it is the style. I don't think it's it borderline's not cool.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know, they're just levels of coolness, and I think that you have to be that has to be a really cool style to rock that more contemporary, because it's a very statementy dress. This, I was trying to find out who the hell made it, just based on the fact that it said it was designer. It was priced up accordingly.
£25.
But no actual label. Well, hello. These are two Rohan. These are actually cool looking, but they are not. I don't class them as like Rohani.
It's not even that. Like Rohan knits for men and stuff like that do go really well. These were priced up at £8 each, which isn't too bad. These were very bobbly, so the condition really wasn't.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's why we didn't get them to clarify. If they were nice condition, I probably would have picked them up.
Yeah, because they sell fast. This dress, once again, don't know what it is, but it's £25.
That's definitely a don't know what it is face from you just there.
There's no like size indication on the inner tag. There's nothing on the tag. This one, then I was pondering, because Austin made a good point that it is leather and it is Alice Templey, which obviously is great, but it is a diffusion line. But the style really did push it the wrong way for me.
I was also going to say, do you know what? Most of the time in reselling, you're saying you want a bigger size, right? That kind of dress, do you know if it had been an 8, I would have been more pushed again. And I'll tell you why. Because I do believe that kind of style, not that someone who's a size 12, 14, 16, whatever, couldn't wear it, but I think though that kind of style, that kind of like
it didn't make sense.
That leather kind of vibe is more specific to a size.
This is Oshka, is a linen knit for 18, reduced from 24. A little bit too much for us because we specialise in the high end. We tend to want to spend more on high end. This was £14, reduced from 20.
This was Mongolian cashmere, would you believe?
Mongolian cashmere. Sort of cool. It's like a poncho thing, but maybe a goby, maybe one for your watch out list.
Once again, if most of these things were like 5-10 quid, we're well in here, but we're not. These are a pair of
custom grade churches.
What I tried to show you, I think I showed Bethany, and she seems very uninterested, to be honest. But
I love my uninterested face.
You've got lots of them. No, what I was going to say was the reason I would I don't know if I showed to actually pick these up is inside. Yes, I do. Please show us. Churches are great anyway, they are, but we had some churches which were custom grade, and if you look on the bottom, it'll actually tell you, my finger's going over it, you probably can't see it, but it says custom grade. Those are the ones you want to pick up more so than anything else, because usually the moment they've been made custom made, or they're made for someone, if you will, size wise. Most of them are generic sized anyway. Like no one's like a
no.
You know, and they're usually handmade more so. They're just more artisan based, those shoes, as opposed to the other version of the shoes.
Those ones were £25. They normally go for between 100 and 120 roughly for that condition.
We had a pair of dead stock ones which went for like what, 270,
I believe.
Yeah, and they were like £25 in a charity shop.
I left the next clip in purely just for Austin because he found a Finders Keepers wallet the other day and I knocked it out of the idea and he was upset about it. So here, Art Attack, nil booth cannon.
Do you know what's better than Art Attack? A sample from Art Attack, not for resale.
Oh, God.
And do you know what, though? Just for you, what did I do? I left it on the shelf.
Can you see what it is, yeah? No, that's from Paris. Oh.
Touchy. Let's just move on, shall we, folks?
Oh, what did he used to say?
He didn't say anything that Rolf Harris would say. I'll tell you that for nothing.
I made one like this earlier on.
Right, let's just move on, right? You don't know it. I don't know it. I'm trying to let you know. I'm giving you the
Here's what I made earlier.
That's Blue Peter.
Oh, poops. Anyway, moving on to the Oxfam.
Why can't you just leave it?
Moving on to the Oxfam next door.
This is usually horrific, right? I'm going to just throw that out there.
Oxfams in general.
Yeah, okay.
But
yeah, it's true.
Recently, Oxfams have been fire. Right?
Yeah, all right.
First up in the men's section is a Patagonia teddy bear fleece. This needs a wash, and I hate to think what's in that fleece.
But it's lovely.
It's a size small. It's $6.99.
Also, guys, anyone with fleeces like that teddy bear kind of fleece, on good quality teddy bear fleece, once you've washed them, if you brush them like with a suede brush, they come up like brand new. Just a side note. I like to clean things.
Okay, $6.99. I was looking at those actually as a gift for someone at Christmas, and they start at £120.
Holy moly!
Yes, so the resale's quite good. Resale should be about £60 to £70. This is a Ralph Lauren. This was women's, however, so we didn't get it. But it's a 2010 Team USA because Ralph Lauren does all the team stuff for the Olympic peeps.
You can tell it's ladies from the size, shape, and also obviously the label.
We get Patagonia. We get Stella McCartney, and they get Ralph Lauren. I think that's fair. Okay. Anyway, next up is a Burberry shirt, $9.99. I don't want to float my own boat, but I found this. It's an XL. It's really
gorgeous.
Quite swear word amazing.
It's outstanding. It's really, really good. It's a solid piece, and once again, it's Novacek. They did this in like a pink, in obviously the original Novacek. They did a navy, they did red. They did a whole range of shirts with that kind of size. Novacek if you want, but in different colorways. They're really, really popular. They go for around what?
Oh, there are ones listed extra small for 200, so that's what I'm going to aim for. Next up, though, not quite so good, is a Sweaty Betty oversized piece in grey. It was $14.99. Just so everyone knows, I'm not going to say too much about it because I can't, but Sweaty Betty are doing amazing things with their sales at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. And once again, even if you're going to like a retail arbitrage or something, we keep going on about it. The amount of Bethany's Sweaty Betty stuff online has gone up with watches the last kind of couple of days. It's mad.
It's amazing. So this is a Just In Case knit, which is a European brand.
Just in case?
Just in case. Retail on this is about €200. I love the ombre. And it's a mohair alpaca blend.
You'd expect how much for it? Because we bought it.
Comps on eBay stink. Comps on Vestiaire beautiful. So I'm going to aim for 60 to 70 schmackaroonies.
This is why, for all you guys who just sell on eBay, that's fine. You can just sell on eBay. There's no issue with that. But check comps on other platforms. People get confused sometimes. When I go on my rants about all these different platforms, you can sell on one platform, but check every platform to check you're getting the best value for what you're selling.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm trying to help you folks.
This was just a real straight
it is,
cashmere.
Isn't it? Bora cashmere. Come on.
$29.99. That perforated wrap front lilac dream.
That was a heck of a title. Then.
Yeah, and then this was Johnson's of Elgin.
Do you know what? I hear
Johnson's of Elgin.
I feel
sounds
like
something Game of Thrones.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was £24 too. It was 100% cashmere though, just so
I feel like I hear Elgin a lot, so I'm guessing that's a place. Being a geographical idiot that I am, I'm guessing that's either a place or some kind of family or something based in Scotland. Yes, that's what I was going to get to.
Scotland. These are some Joseph pink trousers, tailor pink trousers.
They are beauts.
They are the newer label, as I am demonstrating here with my hands, and they were $7.99, which is a fantastic price for those trousers. I would list for about 100.
I'd go as far as to say Fandabby-dozy, but would that be too much?
Fandabby-dozy. Straight in the window, this one, and yes, you can see them. We have some Gucci, Acne Studios, Mulberry, Christian, Lacroix, darling. These were size 4 little heeled horse
They're like
bit,
kitten heel almost, but not.
Horse bit loafers. We've also this Acne Studios,
but was stained with an inch of its life.
It was 20, but it was stained. We paid 35 for the Gucci's. We will be listing them for 175, and they should go very quickly. Hence why we paid that much money for them. Next up is this Mulberry hat, which we saw ages ago, and it's been sitting in our window. And I refused to try it on because I knew I would love it with every inch of my being.
And the problem is she tried it on and did love it. However,
the damage outweighed the hat.
It also didn't fit.
It was a little bit too big, but I could.
For the first time in Bethany's life, her head was too small.
Yeah, my head was too small. I wear men's hats, which is hilarious. Anyway, so this was a felted hat, but it had a lot of moth damage considering the age.
Yep.
Unusual.
Look at this beaut, Clark.
This is a Universal Studios jacket.
Do you know what hurt me? I go inside and there's a label there, like an actual label which has come off. Yeah. But I'm guessing that was the most like amazing Universal Studios label, so like printed, but it's just sold. It's gone.
Also, a toast duffel coat, it's waxed. The problem with these little wax jackets that I find, and
it hurts my feelings.
One, that if they get like wet and salty wet, you can see it all crack. It like
rainwater.
It goes all white. It looks like
that person wearing that hasn't been in the sea or anything. It's just from rainwater, but it just damages.
£22. That if you can get one in really good condition, that you can reach 100 for those duffels.
I would have bought that all day long at that price if it wasn't so
damaged.
Yeah.
There were some Yves Saint Laurent trousers hanging up here. They're men's tailored trousers. They were on a YSL hanger, but the hanger was more modern than the trousers.
Exactamundo. So these trousers were just to let you know, I say just, that sounds really harsh. They were from a suit, okay? So they were part of a suit, which once again, they're still YSL trousers, don't get me wrong, but they don't go like wildfire like you would expect a pair of actual jeans or something, made from Yves Saint Laurent would go for. As Bethany said, the hanger there is probably like mid-2000s. The actual pants themselves are probably 90s, maybe a little, maybe like 90, I don't know, 90, between up to about 95.
Just so everyone knows as well, with those Mulberry hats, the tag was 60. They go for about 150 quite easily. They're not known for making hats, but the hats do go well.
They actually did a collab as well. That wasn't one, but they did a collab with Christie's maybe like 10 years ago. You actually have one of the hats, don't you?
Yeah.
And Christie's are obviously the kind of iconic hat makers. And they go for all right money as well. But once again, you have to get the box and it's a whole kit kind of thing. But if you see those in the wild, they're definitely worth picking up.
Any hats, really. Hats, expensive, good quality.
That's great
hats.
Hair. That's great hair.
Fantastic hair. Good quality, expensive hats are hard to come by, trust, because on the pre-owned market, because I've been looking for them.
Right through the door. What's Austin see? A total bang-a-rooney, right?
So I want to explain something here.
Well, let's see the label first, Chief. Let's slow it down.
We lost our moment.
Roll it back.
We lost our moment a bit, and this is why you've got to like chill, think, look, explore.
So this was £45, okay?
Right, which seems like a huge amount of money, but this is a Maison Margiela jumper, and as you can see, it's spectacular. My first port of call was I was going to put it on. Most people think this would be obviously a crazy looking jumper, but trust, this is beautiful.
And that's pretty much the full line label, or what we thought was the full line label.
It is the full line label, as in that is the label.
That is what they use for full line label. However, I had to check it and look at what we see, guys. H&M.
I was holding my lemon meringue there and I thought I was going to drop it on the floor.
Look at the face. Look at the back of his face.
Maison Margiela did a collaboration with H&M a few years ago now, and this is a piece from that collection. I'd just like to say it is outstanding, but it's not £45 outstanding.
No.
They priced it for the fact that it was Maison Margiela. But many people will make that mistake of doing that and looking and seeing Maison Margiela. There's no other indication of it's in any other brand.
And it was a beautiful jumper. It was.
Yeah, it was.
It was one of the first proper between that and there was a Versace one as well. One of the first proper well-known collabs that H&M did with kind of what more high-end fashion houses. Kanye West actually had like a camel coat with a grey collar, which was kind of the iconic piece from the whole collection. They go for massive money as well now if you can find them. So I'm not saying that wouldn't have gone for good money. It's not £45 in a million years, though, especially not for a reseller.
I mean, it might. I haven't actually looked at this.
I promise you.
I haven't looked up comps, but I can't see myself putting something £45 into a H&M.
It's not going to happen. No, just not.
I left this in because the bag on the floor with weights in it is a Soho Home duvet bag, and I desperately wanted it, but they wouldn't sell it separately.
These are in the men's section. I was like, these jeans have some hips. I'm not opposed to if a man wants to shake his hips, you rock on. But this this was a very feminine shaped corduroy, and I was correct. I think it's a size 20.
20. They were £12, which is too much for a cord for me from Sea Salt, but I do love a cord from Sea Salt.
And just a side note as well, always check the men's and the women's, vice versa. If you're if you're into men's or women's, that's why we, although we do both, some people I know don't, go have a look at both if you've got the time, because you might find sometimes they slip those pieces into other areas.
Everyone knows this is my favourite charity shop in the world, but it is a bit pricier. But I'm happy to pay pricier prices here because they get great brands, great quality, great condition, great shopping experience. These are Lululemon, and I'm telling you, these were priced wrong. £2.50.
So these, you could basically, the only logo was that. There was nothing on the back, there was nothing on the inside, so they hadn't seen that logo, which was well below the waistband. They were £2.50, like Bethany said. So,
but they have their wide leg, and there's a real cult following for the wide leg yoga pants from Lululemon.
There you go.
Another Hugo Boss piece. You big up the Hugo Boss. Everyone knows I don't like Hugo Boss.
I on purpose now pick all the Hugo Boss dresses which I can find which are nice just to prove you wrong. Yeah, 100%.
They probably sell really well. I don't doubt that at all for a second. I just can't do it.
Talk to me about this brand, Bethany.
This is an Italian brand called That. I'll put a screenshot on the screen. They're really well known for making sort of low rise, low crotch crop trousers. Like retails about 200 on those, so I would expect a nice healthy return.
Almost like what do they call, like balloon pants?
Yes.
Parachute pants.
Also, I want to highlight these. House of Sunny has a real like young cult following. People really love the knitted stuff. These were trousers. They were 20, which is a bit too expensive for us for the resale market. I left the hanger in actually. That
there, honestly, I'm trying to do this work with one hand, based on the fact the camera's on my chest and I'm holding shopping as well. At this point, like just help me. Bethany, help me. I need help. Yeah, I know you are. I'm just saying help. I'm giving a bit of commentary on what we're doing. It's a visual. It's an audio aid to the visual. The visuals you're watching.
I call this Brumman Partharium, but it's not called that at all. And it was £40. I would expect to get £40. Then we found this, and this is a Valentino Roma, which is the highest form of Valentino. Is
beautiful
100% silk floral dress. Now it's £10. You may think the next actions that we take are crazy, and trust me, Austin's told me.
The label actually says this is not actually Valentino, or we don't think this is Valentino. It says we don't think it's Valentino.
The first thing we establish is Valentino.
Okay.
The second thing we establish is 100% silk. The fourth thing we establish is it has a large amount of damage.
Yeah.
When I say damage, it's tied at the front and all the edges are frayed. They've been torn, so to speak. Now, I'm not saying if you took this to a tailor or a seamstress that you could have that redone and rehemmed and it would be beautiful. I fully agree, but we have to go back to podcast number 4, profits over projects.
Couldn't be more.
And I had to say no to the Valentino because I haven't got time to deal with it. Austin really hated me for it.
No, yeah, go on.
But I also used my good deed of the day card with this one.
Yeah, I will say you did.
Because it is a gorgeous dress, and you know what? They've tried and they put on the label, we don't think it's Valentino, and I'm not snagging it. It is what it is.
There was too much work in it for us to make it viable for us, and to be honest, even that, because it's not. If it was black or something, maybe something else. But this was like there's so much tearing and fraying throughout the whole dress.
Yeah.
It was something which was going to sit for us for a long time until I took it to a seamstress. Correct?
Yes.
So you did the best thing in the world, didn't you?
I let the lady behind the till know that it was fully authentic, and I'll leave the clip in now, and that she should put the price up. Can I let you know that your Valentino dress at the front there, that it's got a label on it that says if you don't think it's Valentino, it's Valentino. Oh. We're not. It's got a significant amount of damage. To the silk, obviously, it's got some fraying.
I didn't price that one. Which one?
It is. The thing is, I don't know many resellers that would touch that just due to the amount of work that is underdone. It's for a charity at the end of the day. This is what we do. We give to charity and all this. And a lot of people say in the comments, oh, do you tell them when it's fake? Do you tell them when it's real? Well, this is an instance where I did because they take real good due care and due diligence with the pricing and and looking at things and condition and stuff. And I wanted, it'd be a really lovely dress for someone to use and to have it tailored, have it repaired, wear it to a wedding and really enjoy it. I don't think it's a reseller's flip anyway.
No, I was just going to say, do you know what? I think if someone gets it for £10 still, I don't think they will now, or if someone gets it for 20, 30 or 40. What you did mention though was obviously that there was a chance she might actually repair it herself and then put it up. So once again, if someone wants it as a dress to use, great, happy days.
It's a double-edged sword in what we do, and in that instance I wanted to let them know and I wanted them to get the best price for it because it was a beautiful dress that had obviously damage. I don't think they're going to pull it off for £100 just so everyone's knowing. I think they'll probably raise the price maybe to 15 for 20 and say it's an authentic Valentino. Now they can confidently say that. Agreed. And it needs repairs.
I think sometimes when people kick off and say, oh, we only pay £2 or £3 for things, we also do things like that to help out in general.
Yes.
And that's just us, the Luxury Pickers.
Oh, yes. And we'll see you tomorrow for more of us, the Luxury Pickers.
Bye.